Hey, good morning. It's Barry with PJ's Projects. Just out here at the chickens, the compost chicks, what we call the compost chicks. And I'm going to spin it around here in a minute. I'm just going to show you some of our process with utilizing these chickens. Like I said, we call them compost chicks because at this stage we're just trying to get a lot of compost material out of them. They're not laying eggs yet. They're too young for that. They won't start laying for another couple months. But we were trying to do, if anybody's familiar with Permapastures Farm, Billy Bond and William Bond, they've got a great podcast and YouTube channel, and we've learned a lot from them. But we've used their some of their methodology. I'm not as good as they are. The upkeep, trying to keep up with the compost and flipping it as frequently as we need to. Not quite there yet, but we are making progress. I'm going to turn you all around and show you what we do. So, and say hi, Gwenny. So every week we move these chickens. We got a couple ducks as well. Those were kind of a surprise. But we move these chickens every week. I don't move them like I do our laying hens. They move to a whole new pasture or paddock every single week. These I just kind of move. I don't know if you can see the line there. I just kind of move the fence over a little bit and give them some new ground to get on, get some more of the bugs and worms out of there. And then every week we just move them incrementally, a little bit at a time. The thought process with these is, and they've already kind of destroyed this. This was a very small compost pile. It's not, like I said, we're kind of failing at maintaining some of these processes. But essentially what we do is we take a wire mesh material here. It's not picking up all that well there on the camera. And we will fill it with, normally you're supposed to wet it down really well, but we will fill it with fresh green grass and with wood chips or wood shavings. We have a lot of wood shavings from our woodworking business, and so we always have that in abundance. And then we have the hay fields, so we mow up the grass. Our hay fields aren't very good quality hay, but we can use them for some stuff. But I'll end up raking all this up. We'll put it in this ring right here, and we'll layer it. We'll put it up about 3 inches thick with grass, then about 3 inches thick with wood chips, and just keep stacking in that order. It works really well if you wet it down really heavy. But what we do is this ring, then the next time we feed the chickens, we put the feed on top of the compost, and they will kind of work their way through it. And I'll show you an older section over here that Gwen's at. Now, our chickens are really good at kind of putting all the scrap off to the side. Like I said, our compost piles aren't as good as they should be, but we have used them as bedding for some of our vegetables, and and it does really well with that. So we still have a long way to go in learning how to compost and doing a better job with it, but we're making some headway there. One thing I want to show you in the chicken coop, in the chicken tractor that they have. I built this a few months back. The inside, our laying hens, the bottom's just open, so it all collects on the ground. But this was an idea that we got. Once again, this is from Billy Bond on Permapastures Farm. Check out his channel, he does a great job. But we put a tarp down here. It's normally all the way tight in the corners. I just put some rocks on it to hold it. But what we do is we take the chicken poop, and then we will put that on one of our compost piles to kind of get it started. Pretty good system. So we try, everything kind of feeds into itself. It's all a permapasture, or not permapasture, permaculture design-ish. Once again, it's not perfect, but it's a lot better than how we used to do things. But either way, chickens are happy and healthy. We got, I think, 30 or maybe 28 barred rocks. They're probably my favorite chickens we've raised. I like the barred rock breed. But yeah, they're doing really well. They seem really happy with the setup. No issues whatsoever. And that's about it. I can show you more in detail later, but that's kind of the process. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time.